Okay, so the first device that I discussed and chose for Joey was a bilingual communication board. Um, Basically, I chose this because he is in a Spanish 80% speaking class. So, to get him used to the vocabulary and also English vocabulary and communicating his needs and his wants and communicating with others, I thought that a communication board would be really easy because one, they're easy to make. Two, they're efficient and they're easy to teach kids. Um, and yeah, so the one that I made, I had one like made, but of course my printer wasn't working, so I made a makeshift one, but it will work to show you how I imagine this being used in the classroom. So I mentioned that I would want that as the special ed teacher, I would teach the general education teacher and the mom and the para of how to use this, as well as help train the student on how to use it. So the first steps would be getting him used to using it, so answering simple yes or no questions. And so here I have on, like I said, I wanted the English and then an image, so check mark for yes, and then the Spanish, and that is for all of these. So basically, the teacher would ask him, do a yes or no question. He could take it off and then show the yes, or if the teacher is by him, he could point to it. The teacher could also use this to communicate with him. So let's say she wanted to ask him if he needed to go to the bathroom. So then she could point go to bathroom or hold up go bathroom, and then Joey could hold up either the yes or the no. After he gets pretty good at answering yes or no questions, then you can start, adding more vocabulary and teaching him how to ask questions, tell what he needs. So Joey could hold up, go to the bath, go to the bathroom, and the teacher would know that that's what that means. And then once he gets used to, the vocabulary words, you can start expecting him to verbally communicate them, either in English or Spanish, or both. And yeah, so that's how I imagine that being used in the classroom. It's just very versatile, and you can easily build on the vocabulary and build on the student skills of communication. Then the next one that I had was a personal listening device. So there's a ton of them out there. The one that I found that I thought was the most interesting and useful was called the Williams Sound PFM Pro RCH Personal FM Listening System. So basically, this device, the student would it's like a radio, so it uses FM waves. He puts it on his head, and there's little headphones, and he can listen to it while the teacher's teaching or giving instructions. And then the teacher herself wears a little personalized microphone, like a little clip-in microphone. So this will help with Joey's auditory processing issues that he does have, and that's mentioned that he has. Because with that device, it gets rid of background noise, so he can only focus on what the teacher's saying, and it also amplifies her voice. So when there are words with different articulations or harder sounds to hear in words, it makes the words more amplified, and therefore could help and be useful for his auditory processing issues. Again, I explained that I would teach the teacher how to use it, have her teach him how to use it, and then make sure that we are collecting data to see if this device is effective for Joey. And then depending on this device can be changed depending on the volume of how high or low he needs it, depending on what Joey's needs are. So that is how you can make the device make sure that it fits the child. I also mentioned that he would use this like a little bit at a time, so like intervals. So maybe he only uses this device for 10 minutes a time until he can slowly build himself up to using it. Just because um, I feel like with any device, a kid needs to slowly be um, into it. It wouldn't be effective if we just made him wear it all day right at the beginning, just because that can be a lot for anyone to handle. So yeah, so those are my two devices um, that I, two of four of the devices that I chose for Joey.